Disclaimer: this video is an imagination written by author's perspective. It has nothing to do with real life. It's only for entertainment purpose. I own the storyline and narration, so please don't copy and repost my work. Thank you. Jungkook: no mom, I don't deserve her in my life. I was wrong, and she don't deserve a husband like me. He said with teary eyes. Mrs. John: no Jungkook, don't say like this. I know son, you were trying your best, but it was hard for you to accept this all. Mr. John: we are sorry Jungkook. Jungkook: no dad, it's okay. Jungkook said without any expressions and left from there. Now he don't like to spend time with anyone. His parents are watching his condition with tears in their eyes. They are regretting their every decision. 2 months later, Mr. and Mrs. John are sitting in the living room with worried expressions. Actually, today some bank employees come to their house and told that from last 3 months they are not paying loans. Actually, Jungkook take loans for his company project and now he is not able to pay them because his company is facing huge loss because he is not paying attention to his business. He is not able to focus on his business because his mental health is not good and he is depressed from last 3 months. He became so weak since you and Serum left him. He is going from very hard phase and every day and night he is missing you and Serum. He is regretting his every word and actions. His parents are also regretting their decisions. Mrs. John: it's enough honey. Our son is suffering a lot. We should talk to Ryan and bring her back. He was changing for Serum, so Ryan should give him first and last chance. Mr. John: but what we can do? Jungkook should ask for another chance. How can we ask for chance? Mrs. John: you are right, she said, and tears started flowing from her eyes. Meanwhile, Jungkook is sitting alone on the terrace and he is crying silently. He is taking therapy for the depression. His mental health is not good. Actually, he was facing depression from very long time. Jungkook: I was trying so hard to change for my daughter. I accepted that I didn't love Ryan, but I never hated her. And when I got to know that Ryan is pregnant, I was ready to leave Ruby for my family. Jungkook: I was feeling guilty that I cheated Ruby, but now I got to know that Ruby was the one who cheated me. I was married forcefully to Ryan, but still I never give hard time to her. Jungkook: I accepted that I never loved her because I loved someone else, and I clearly told her that I can't love her. I never forced myself on her and always respect her. Jungkook: why this all is happening with me? My first love cheated on me, and my parents didn't support me and forced me to marry someone else, and now my wife and daughter also left me because of my mistake. Jungkook: I know I was wrong, but I also deserve one more chance. I need my family back. I can't live without them, Jungkook said while crying. Meanwhile, Ryan: you are sitting in your bedroom and looking at the blank wall without any expressions. Serum is sleeping peacefully, but you are not able to sleep. Every night you do overthinking. You were about to turn off the lights, just then your phone started ringing and you saw it's your mother-in-law call. You decided to ignore it because you don't want to talk to them. You thought maybe she'll force you to come back, but then you thought that she always supported you in that house and always asked about your will. In this 4 months, she never called you then. Then suddenly why she is calling you in night time? So you decided to pick her call. OTP, Vian, hello. OTP, Mrs. Shan, hello Vian. How are you, dear? Vian, I'm fine. What about you? Mrs. Shan, we are also fine. OTP, Mrs. John, and what about my granddaughter? Wine, Serum is also fine, mom. Then you decided to ask about Jungkook. You are getting strange feeling about him, and you are also worried about him. OTP, Wine, mom, what about Jungkook? Is he okay? Just then your mother-in-law started crying and she told you everything that Jungkook is depressed and he is missing you and Serum so much. She told you that she tell him everything about Ruby. Jungkook was already sad when you and Serum left him, and after that his mom also told him about Ruby's reality, which worked like a salt on the wound. OTP, Mrs. John, Wine, he needs you, and Serum. I'll not force you to come back, but once think about him. You also know that he was trying to change. OTP, Mrs. John, please Wine, your family needs you. Your eyes became teary after hearing her. Wine, okay mom, bye. You sat and hung up the call and started crying. You started getting flashbacks of that day when you left that house. How Jungkook was crying and begging to stop you and Serum. You still have so many complaints from him, but you also understand his perspective. When you come back from hospital with Serum, Jungkook come to you and said that he is happy for the baby girl. And he'll take every responsibility of his child. He always provide everything to you and Serum. But one thing was always missing, which was love and affection. He was not able to give you that, but you always wanted love from him, which was impossible for him to give you. He always cared about you and Serum, but he never showed his love and care. And when he blamed Serum for his breakup, that day your heart broke into million pieces. He was changing for Serum. He started showing love and care towards her, but his words were roaming in your mind, and you decided to teach him your and Serum's importance. You decided to meet him and let him share his thoughts with you. You should also listen to his perspective and understand him because you know he was also suffering with you. Next day. Next day, you come to his house to meet him with Serum. You press the doorbell and Jungkook opened it, and he became shocked after looking you in front of him with Serum. He immediately hugged you and Serum, and his eyes became teary. Jungkook, you come back, Vian. Smile. To be continued. Thanks for watching.